Hey, Coach Sneak Peek Group, this is Scottie Hobbs. It's my honor and pleasure to be able to speak with you guys this morning. Well, morning for me here in Maui, Hawaii. It's 9:19 a.m. I just wanted to briefly introduce who I am and then kind of lay out what this group is all about, what you can expect this week, what we expect from you, what you can expect from us, and just a little bit about our team. So, first and foremost, I just want to give a shout out to you guys for giving some of your time and some of your life to this group, to the coach who's invited you into this group, because I truly believe with all of my heart that Team Beachbody can transform and change everybody's life. I believe that without a doubt. So I'm going to take a seat. I tend to walk a lot and I don't want to make you guys dizzy. But I'm going to just tell you guys a little bit about myself. I'm 35 years old. I've been married for just over 10 years. I have 5 kids, ages 10, 3 daughters first, ages 10, 8, and 6. And then my boy is almost 5, and my littlest boy is almost 2. So we have 5 kids, extremely busy father. I've been a Beachbody coach now for 6 years, just over 6 years. I've been doing Beachbody workouts for over 7 years. So I want to just kind of tell you guys how I got into this whole Beachbody thing. Like, why am I hosting this group? Why did I invite many of my friends in here? How did Alyssa come into our lives? And how all of this all works with Team Beachbody, so you can get a better understanding. And that's the point of this group, is that you can come here to become educated about what Team Beachbody has to offer, what our team has to offer, what the vibe of our tribe is, what we're about, what we believe in, and just see if it aligns with what you want out of your life. See if it aligns with the type of people you want to align yourself with. And then let you make the decision from there. So it was 2010 when I started my P90X journey, and believe it or not, guys, I was introduced to P90X by somebody who was not a Beachbody coach. I just happened to be a neighbor, and he was new to town, and he just moved here for his job, and he knocked on my door, and I thought it was the weirdest thing, because he just knocked on the door. He's like, "Hey, I'm new to town. I moved here from Utah. I'm just trying to meet friends. I hear you're my age. We have a couple kids. I have a couple kids. You have a couple kids." And he was just making friends, and he happened to be super ripped. And what did I do? I asked him, "Dude, how do I get in shape like that?" So I was not in shape at the time. I didn't know anything about working out. I didn't know anything about eating healthy. I was about 40 pounds overweight and just miserable with my health. And I was down in coffee all day, drinking 2 Monster or Rockstar energy drinks every day. I didn't know anything about health and fitness and a healthy lifestyle. So he told me, "Dude, you should do that P90X workout." So I did P90X. I committed to it. 90 days of P90X, and it completely transformed my life. Like, when I say that, I totally mean it, because I mean, it's not about having a 6-pack or abs, but I had the 6-pack for the first time in my life. I had this extra confidence, this extra energy to run around with my little kids, to play with them more, and to not just plop on the couch when I got home from work. And so that was exciting, and it began to spark something in my life. And my friends and family and coworkers began to ask me what I was doing, and I began to refer them to P90X and to Insanity. And then it was one day, one of my friends, I was a missionary for my church back in 2000, 2001, 2002, and he was one of my companions back then. He was on Facebook one day when I was at work. He's like, "Scottie, if you could get paid to talk about P90X, that would be your ideal job, because it's all you do, man. All you do is talk about P90X." And it got me thinking, like, could I really get paid to do to do health and fitness? Like, that would be cool. And so it got me thinking about it and researching all that stuff about being a personal trainer, about helping people with health and fitness and gyms and all that stuff. And at the time, guys, I was working every day, and I'll try to keep this story short. At that time, I wrote service manuals, and I ran a service department for a food processing plant. We built equipment and machinery. And I went to work every day at 5, and I got home at 5. I worked every Saturday at 6 a.m. to 12 midday. And every day, my wife worked, and she worked nights. She would go to work at 3 o'clock and get home at 11:30. So if you guys catch that, we never saw each other. I would go to work, and when I would get home at 5, she was already gone at 3, and she'd drop the kids off at the babysitter or the daycare, and I would pick them up. And it's just not the way that I envisioned my life being. So when I heard this thing, like, you should, like, you could get paid to share P90X, that would be awesome. So I started researching it, just kind of like you guys are doing right now. And I began to look online, and I watched YouTube videos, and I read blog posts, and I found out about these Team Beachbody coaches, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, maybe this is it. So I reached out to one, and her name was Lindsay, and Lindsay Matway is my coach. And she got on the phone with me, and I remember Lindsay telling me about how she had been doing P90X just like me, and she listened to my story and she's like, wow, you have great results. Like, it's so awesome that you're helping people. And she was encouraging me like that. And I remember her telling me that she was able to, because of Team Beachbody coaching, she was able to walk away from her job as a bartender. She was away at nights, and that she was able to be home with her brand new daughter, London. And her daughter, London, she also told me the story about how she was born with all these complications, and she incurred a couple $100,000 worth of medical debt. So she told me that she was staying home, not bartending anymore, and that she was slowly paying off this debt. And guys, that was it for me. It was the moment where I was like, this is my answer. Like, I've been trying to figure out for years on how it's going to be possible for me to raise my family and pay these bills without having to take every single overtime hour and work 12-hour days for the rest of my life and send my wife to work at the Hilton Garden Inn every night. And I was like, this is my answer. But guys, I want to tell you guys something. I told her no. On the phone that day, I still told her no. And I said, it's not for me. I'm just going to keep helping people no matter what. And it was... Guys, I'm gonna be straightforward and honest with you guys. It was because I was afraid. I was afraid that I didn't have the skills that she had, that I didn't know how to use social media, I was shy, I was super shy, that I worked too many hours, I was too busy to put time to be successful at something like this. And I put all my thoughts and energy into like why I would fail, why I would not be good at this. And so I just told her, I'm just gonna keep helping people for free. I'm not going to sign up as a Beachbody coach. I'm going to keep doing P90X because I love it, but I'm not going to do that. Well, guys, it was 8 months later. I continued watching her. I continued watching what she was doing, and I was learning about it. And it was 8 months later. It was April 11th, 2011. So just over 6 years ago. And I remember vividly getting to work at just before 5 o'clock a.m. And it was 18 days after the birth of my third daughter, Elena. And I had this habit of picking up the mail. I picked up the mail every day from the lockbox. I would stuff them in my lunchbox. I would go to work. And as I sat there before work started, I would pick up the mail from the box, from the lockbox. Sorry, my battery's gonna die, so I better start walking back as I talk. I'd pick up the mail from the box, and I would go through it. And that day I had the doctor bill, the anesthesiologist bill, the hospital bill. And I'm gonna be straightforward and honest. They equaled about $3,800. And guys, I'm gonna be straightforward with you guys. My mortgage at this time was $1,548 a month. Without overtime and without my wife's pay, I made $910 every 2 weeks, which is $1,820 every month. So I have $300 to barely keep up with the bills. And so that morning I was afraid, guys. And many of you guys may have felt like this before, where you're like laying there or sitting there at work, or you're laying in bed at night and you feel this heavy weight on your shoulders. You feel like the world's spinning around you. Well, that's how I felt that morning. And that morning I realized that something big in my life, that I had the chance to change that. And that morning, my fear of failing as a Team Beachbody coach, all those doubts and insecurities I had that held me back for 8 months, I realized that my fear of not knowing how to take care of my family, that fear became greater than my fear of failing as a Beachbody coach. That's the day that I became a coach, on April 11th of 2011. I want you guys to know that's why we host these groups, because that day I made a commitment that I would help as many people as possible with P90X, Insanity, and every single one of these Beachbody workouts that you're going to learn about over the course of this week, that I would help as many people as possible get results with these programs, so that I would never have to send my wife back to work again. So I would never have to be the person that takes every single overtime hour again, and that on a Monday I could be at home with these kids like this. And sorry guys, my battery's about to die, so I had to run home from the beach. But that's why I do what I do. That's why I'm so passionate about it. That's why I'm hosting this group with Alyssa and many of our other coaches, because my goal is to help you guys achieve what it is that you want out of your life, out of your health and fitness, out of your finances. And I want you guys to know that this Team Beachbody has completely transformed my life and the life of my family and my friends and everybody that I've come in contact with. And it's not just financially, it has completely changed their lives and our lives. We've become healthier than we've ever imagined. And that's what this journey is about. Our mission that I want you guys to understand is to help people live a healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle. So I'm gonna set this down real quick so I stop making you guys so dizzy. and kind of talk about what we're gonna do in this group. So, guys, that journey started just over 7 years ago with my health and fitness. I started as a coach over 6 years ago. And this team, I want you guys to know a little bit about this team. This team is over 45,000 coaches strong across the US and Canada, and soon branching and launching into the UK. As many of you guys in this group are also from the UK, are looking forward to joining with us this autumn. But that's why I do what I do. Many of you guys are like, why is he so passionate about this? Why is he always on social media sharing his workouts and doing live videos and doing all of this stuff that you don't see a lot of people doing? It's because I wish to impact so many people and help people achieve their goals of living a healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle. So that is a little bit about my story. I'm not going to talk too much about the financial end because we'll talk about that a little bit later in this week, about the opportunity with the on the financial side. That will be one of the topics so that you guys know. But what to expect out of this group is Alyssa and I, throughout this week, we're going to hit on a certain topic each and every day. So Monday, I'm going to speak. Tuesday, Alyssa, me on Wednesday, Alyssa on Thursday, me on Friday, Alyssa on Saturday, to wrap it up with questions and answers. But I want you guys to know is that, like today, when you watch this video, if you have a certain burning question on your mind right now, we want you to ask that question and we'll address it. When we hop on the video that day, we will do our best to address that question and answer it. So, and if there's a bunch of questions that come up and it's Tuesday and it's Alyssa's days, I'm more than happy to hop on and answer those questions that I see hop on, because our goal is to educate you and help you have an understanding of what you need to know to see if this is something that will align with your goals. What I understand about this business over the past 7 years is that everybody will benefit from Team Beachbody by eating healthy, by following our meal plans and our workouts, and being surrounded by awesome people like Alyssa, myself, and the other members of this team that you guys have already met through some of their welcomes, and by reading good books. And that's why I'm super excited and fearless to invite everybody to come check out this group and see what we're all about. So my encouragement to you guys is to make a solid commitment this week to show up, to watch the videos, to learn from the videos, to ask questions, to engage with and feel what this tribe is like, feel the vibe. And if it's something that touches your heart in some way, give it some room. Give that seed that was planted in your heart some room to grow and to flourish, and to imagine where your life can go over the next 5 years should you decide to continue to wrap yourself into that group and to dive yourself into that type of feeling and mindset and group of people. Because I truly know that your life can transform over the next 5, 10, 15 years surrounding yourself with people like Alyssa and the others in this group. So I love you guys. What you can expect from our team outside of this group is we host every single month. We host challenge groups, which we'll talk about during this week. Every single month we start new coach training groups where we teach you guys exactly step by step what Alyssa and I are doing to create our teams and our businesses, how we use social media, how we do everything. What to expect from our team. Every week, I know Alyssa does, I host a team call that everybody a part of this group is able to participate in. Every Wednesday there's a team training where we're able to log in and learn from. Even my coach hosts a weekly team training on Monday nights that you are able to dive into and learn from, as far as training to learn how to help people, how to continue your transformation. So there's a lot of team support, and I want you guys to understand that. You're going to see many of us on social media next week going to New Orleans, and we're going to be together with 25,000 other Beachbody coaches, so you're going to be able to see that. It's a huge community of amazing people. So there's a lot that you can expect from our team. So I want you guys to understand and know that as you are in this group and learning from us. So any questions that you have, please comment below. And we're super excited to continue this week with you guys and get to know you guys better. I love you guys. Your friend, coach, and mentor, Scottie. Have an amazing rest of your Monday. See ya.